Hi, it's Jenny from Makeup Cleaning and Cats. So a long-term project pan. There was pretty good progress with the foundation. I was using this foundation more regularly. This is the CoverGirl Essence foundation. There was also steady progress with the e.l.f. powder. I was hoping to get to the edge, but not there yet. I was trying to focus on this more and it shows a difference, but I don't fully trust it. Like, that doesn't look right. There's kind of an angle here, so it's like not even anymore. So there's difference there. Steady progress with this blush that I'm using as a lip product. I think I was focusing more on the lip balm. And then for the Best of My Cosmetics Poppy Blush, no pan yet. I think I did slow down with this one too, so I'm getting a little bit discouraged. So I do a Shop My Stash with deck of panning, and I originally had 6 products, but I ended up adding another one because I messed up. So I originally thought that I got the Joker, and I picked this multi-stick that I use as an eyeshadow because I baby this because they changed the formula of it. I still use this several times towards the beginning of the month, mostly to go to work, maybe like an errand day, I don't know. The card that I actually picked up was a Jack. The prompt was mainstream, so I picked this milk blush because everybody was raving about it last year. I mostly wore this as a lip product. I'm wearing it on my cheeks and my lips today. The next prompt was out of control category. I picked this Flower Beauty blush. I wore this a lot this month. I just really like this blush, and I think that's why I kind of strayed away from this one a little bit. But yeah, I really like this blush and it was fun using it. For the glittery prompt, I picked another multi-stick. This one is actually newish, so this one's still glittery. I'm just not a huge fan of orange eyeshadow, so this one I only wore once. For the focus category, I've been wanting to focus on blush, so I picked this Rare Beauty blush in Nearly Berry. I really like this, as you can see. This one I wore twice. I almost forgot that it was in the project. One day I also wore it here and here. I liked that look. The last prompt I got No Pan Left Behind, and I picked these 2 items. So I wanted to recreate a ColourPop eyeshadow palette, which was a wine something, I forgot. And then I picked this one. This is actually not Moon Dust. This is a Pat McGrath eyeshadow that it's in the shopping block. I wore this one once, and I think I might get rid of it by the end of the year. Yeah, it's just like a satiny look, and it kind of just blends away into my skin color, and I topped it over the brown, and it's like, it looks pretty, but then topped, it just, I don't know, satin material is just not my fave. Yeah, so I wore everything at least once, and some items more than others. I really enjoyed using this dark brown eyeshadow. I went back to the red eyeshadow underneath. I don't know. I did also try to do more layering. Miss Alyssa always talks about layering stuff, so I was trying to do that a little bit more. Surprisingly, my grocery store eyeshadow look had a bunch of colors, and I actually really liked it. A lot of the times it was the brown with something on top. That's it for deck of panning. So now let's go over empties. My husband and I finished this Dove body wash. The scent was cucumber green tea. I only smelled the cucumber. This actually smelled really nice, unlike the peach one in this brand Dove. The peach one was fucking terrible. Like, it just stung your nose from the scent. But yeah, this one's actually pretty nice. I still kind of miss the Caress one more, and it was cheaper. As far as moisturizing effects, I never really noticed a difference with body wash, to be honest. Because this comes in a pack with the peach one at Sam's Club, we're probably not going to buy Dove again. I had heard the Olay one smelled really fucking strong and they were kind of bad, but they actually haven't been that bad. I actually like the rose one that we have right now. So I finished 2 scrubs. So this is a Trader Joe's one that my sister decluttered onto me. This was like halfway full already, and I finished it. As I mentioned in the previous video, it was an oil with salt. It wasn't really like a paste, like it wasn't together. So I didn't like that, but other than that, it was a nice experience, and I probably would not repurchase from Trader Joe's. And I also finished this Tree Hut scrub, but it was actually a face scrub that I stole from my husband. This was $5 from Ross. I guess it's still not cost effective because it's smaller than the tubs, But yeah, I had been wanting to use a scrub for forever. Asked my husband if I could use it, and he said it was okay. And yeah, and then my sister ended up giving me this. So then I finished this one first, and then I finished this one. This one also had pineapple and papaya. This was pretty nice, but I feel like I used up a lot at a time because the sugar dissolved super quickly. Right now I have an actual Tree Hut scrub, body scrub, and I like that one better because I don't know, I feel like the granules just like don't dissolve as fast as that one. And then I cheated with 2 other products too, y'all. So so on my birthday wish list I had the Lush Super Milk Spray whatever, and I had linked a Walmart link, and I guess it probably like got deleted or something. And so I think my friend went on Amazon and she got me this. So this is technically not from Lush. I didn't even see the brand, but anyway, it says Super Milk, so it looks exactly like it. But yeah, it did not spray, like it just kind of came out like a serum. And so yeah, I ended up just using this as a conditioner because I just didn't want to touch it. I did use it a couple times like as a leave-in. It smelled good, but at the same time it smelled too strong at times. It smelled kind of like baking supplies. I don't know what the original one smells like. Maybe I'll get the original one, but because of my social anxiety I kind of just don't want to go to the mall. But maybe in the future. Right now I'm also using my husband's leave-in conditioner, and it's been fine. He also has a backup leave-in conditioner, so I'm like, maybe I'll just continue helping him finish that, and then maybe I'll get the real one. I felt kind of bad because it was a present, but at the same time, if I would have bought this, I would have done the same thing instead of returning it. Also, I don't think it was even such a good dupe because I think it was probably more expensive. I think this was 13 bucks versus the actual one is maybe 20, and I think it's bigger. I haven't really done the math or looked at the grams, but anyway, yeah. And then another thing I cheated was with this CosRx hyaluronic acid. So this was halfway when I decided to use it on my body because it either did nothing or broke me out. I think it's actually a cleanser, but I didn't want to deal with this anymore. So this is done. I think I have one more CosRx travel thing. So I bought a CosRx travel thing, and then my friend gave me one too. It was a different box, but it was kind of overwhelming to have like 20,000 of these guys lying around. Sorry, this is part of skincare. The next skincare item I finished was the Panoxyl benzoyl peroxide acne cream wash. Yeah, I really like these. I already started using a new one. Benzoyl peroxide works really well with my skin. I'm still dealing with stuff, but you know, whatevs. But yeah, it's the 4% one. I might consider getting a 10% if this stuff doesn't clear up. I feel like with the leave-in clean and clear benzoyl peroxide cream, it like kind of softens them up, but then they kind of like show up again. I don't know, it's weird. And then I used up a dermal face mask. I don't think I had flaky skin, I just wanted to use a face mask. I also finished these cotton rounds from Dollar Tree. I would repurchase these, but I want to try these little rectangles that were on my friend's wish list because I got them for her and they looked very interesting. I'm gonna use the cotton balls first, and then I'll buy those and then see if they're better than rounds. I don't use micellar water super often, but I like having them on hand. I finished this other Dollar Tree item, which was a body lotion from Dermasil. This was really nice. It wasn't like super greasy, and I really like the scent of aloe vera. I would repurchase this, but I ended up buying a different one. I would like to try the oatmeal one next. And for hair stuff, I used up this hair dye. This had been in my bathroom cabinet for forever. I tried giving it away to so many different people and they said no. And I was looking back at pictures and then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna dye my hair. So I dyed it, and I technically still had like a little bit left from the bottle because I was gonna do retouches if I missed them, which I did miss a couple in the back, like a couple strands. I never got around to it and ended up tossing it today, like the little bit that I had, because apparently you're not supposed to keep it. I guess after an hour it goes bad. For chronic pain, I finished one thing. I finished these sticky things that go on this shock machine. I just hit myself. Anyway, I feel like the refills that I bought kind of suck. Like this already is all goopy. But anyway, I did reuse these a lot. So yeah, so I can toss those because they just don't stick on at all. These actually stick out These actually stick too much, but I think it's just like the gel kind of dissolved a little bit. I don't know. And then super random, but I finished these 2 stationery items. So this Sharpie I think was probably just user error that it dried. Oh, see, I guess it still has a little, I mean, whatever, right? Anyway, so this, I think perhaps maybe it was user error and I didn't close it all the way, or I don't know what. And then this one's done too. I guess there's like a tiny ass amount. Yeah. Anyway, so this one's done too. I really like these Pilot pens. I was writing a bunch of notes when I was studying. Oh wait, just kidding. There's one more thing. Okay, I finished this Secret deodorant gel. I really like the coconut scent. I feel like it just vibes with my body scent more. Wearing it at night has helped more than wearing it during the day. So I think my situation with body odor has somewhat been solved. But I think I do want to use unscented because perhaps maybe it's just the fact that it's a scent. I probably would not go aluminum free. Maybe I would try, but anyway, if the berry one... Anyway, I'm currently using the berry version of this one. If it doesn't work out, I guess I'll just stick to this. For purchases, I only bought one beauty item, which was another body lotion. This is Plant Therapy Peppermint. It is a little bit too greasy for my liking, but it's not off-putting enough for me to not use it. So yeah, and the peppermint is very much strong. Scent-wise, skin-wise, it does have like some tingly sensation, but it's not as much as Icy Hot. One declutter is this Neutrogena makeup remover eraser stick. My sister gave this to me a couple years ago, and I don't know, I just feel like it's too old for me to use this. Usually I just use this for my eyes, and because I would stick it in my waterline, I feel weird about using this, so I'm just gonna toss this. Okay, so I ended up just picking 3 cards after all. And I'm also doing a Pan palette. I made this little palette. My phone died and I just, whatever. Anyway, so this is the witch salem thing that Makeup Lint has talked about it. So I picked these 2 oranges, these 3 grays, a red, a purple, a pink, and a brown. I don't have a green that fits in here, and also I don't really like green, so it's okay. And not a huge fan of the oranges and grays on my eyes, but you know, trying it out. So let's pick out these 3. Okay, so I guess I was meant to have a green. I got the queen and I picked out of my hands, and I asked Siri. She said green, so I picked this green. So I guess this is more the witch palette. Okay, and then for matte, technically has a shimmery side too. For 5 diamond, it was fragrance. So I'm just gonna make myself wear fragrance because I kind of just forget about it. I mean, I do like all of these. This one's kind of not really a perfume, but anyway. Okay, so these are my empties. This is what I bought, and this is my declutter. Thank you for watching. Bye.